Alright, this is a mission me and my friend Defective Joker are doing. I have 9,999 survivors. Let me pull up my challenges here real quick so that you can see quest challenges. 9,999. And see this little blue exclamation point right here. A lot of people don't pay attention to that, but if you go into this survivor shelter with one of those exclamation points, it'll say nobody's home. But if you look for that little spyglass thing, it will show you the survivor's last known location, and it is a great way to locate survivors, just like I just did. Number 10,000 right there, guys. Number 10,000. Thank you, Defective, for being a part of this. My friend Defective Joker runs a really awesome YouTube channel. You can find him by querying for Defective Joker on YouTube, and he's like the coolest YouTuber I've ever met. I wanted him to be with me on this milestone occasion, and wanted to share it with him and share it with you guys, and hopefully provide some tips and pointers on how to get more survivors. But right now, as you can see on my mini-map, I have another one of these little magnifying glass emblems. That means there's a survivor over here. So me, being the survivor hound, I'm definitely running straight toward the survivor so that I can save him. Now, these guys are really hard to find a lot of times when they just show up like that, because you don't really know their exact location. This guy is probably inside this building right here. Hopefully I can get to him before the husks do. I still don't see him. I hear. Oh, she's right here. Nice. And see how her health's down? You can also hit your adrenaline. Bow. She goes right back to full health. It does not work if she's been knocked down, but if their health is really low, you can hit your adrenaline and it will get them back to full health. Just a little FYI there for any fellow survivor hunters. But you can get 5 to 6 survivors in every regular mission except for evacuate the shelter, and I think that's because they're all inside the shelter or whatever. But yeah. So what do you think about it, Defective? How far are you along on your survivor quests?
Let's not talk about that. I'm nowhere near 10,000. Let's put it that way. But congratulations, sir, on reaching that milestone of 10K. That's a serious grind. It's no joke.
Well, I don't know. I guess I've always been like a humanitarian, and I've always just every time I've ever seen a survivor, I've always saved it if I could. You know, sometimes they died on me throughout playing, but I always gave it an effort every time. And like where my Epic account is a ghost account, like I couldn't tell how many survivors I needed to get the trophy for the game or whatever. And so it was kind of like driving me crazy a little bit until they came out with the challenges that actually told you how close you were. And then when I was comparing mine with a lot of my friends who've been playing the same as me or as long as me, like I was really happy with where I was at. And so this is the day that I got my 10,000th one. And I'm really so happy. Like you just don't know, bro. I'm really, really pumped about this.
Hey, all I can say that's one trophy closer to getting the platinum in this game.
Yeah, I've got one more left, and unfortunately, I don't know. That one's going to be really hard for me to get because it's the Play with Others trophy.
I'm dreading that one.
That's the only one that I have left now. And I've only got about 160 of those done.
Oh, that's so much more than me. I only have 32, so way ahead of me.
So we're in the same boat on that one, I see.
Yeah, I really should start grinding that trophy, because that's gonna be a pain if that's my last one.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely going to be my last one as well, and I'm sure we're going to be in the same boat with a lot of folks on that one. I'm turning down all my game sound so that I can hear you more clearly, man. I was having my headset's really loud, so I turned it down so I could hear you better. Oh, and a lot of people just walk past survivors a lot of times, and that's cool, man. Everybody can play the game how they want to. Not everybody wants all the trophies or the stuff, but it can really help you level up and progress in the game just by doing something as simple as rescuing a survivor. Defective and I were talking earlier to some up and comers, and we were sharing this information with them. Is basically every time you save a survivor, is your rewards at the end of the mission, you're going to get people. Well, people are a resource that you can use in this game for something other than expeditions. If you'll notice, whenever you're doing transforms, sometimes when you do transforms, it costs you people. And a good way to get basically free survivor XP and training manuals is to take anything that you're not going to use or level up that you would basically recycle anyway, especially your gray and green items. Use those to transform into either blue or purple or gold survivors. That way you not only get the XP that you would have got from recycling those items, but you also get a survivor to retire, and then he's going to give you survivor XP and a training manual. If it's a blue one, if it's a purple one, it's going to give you about 3 or 4 training manuals. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact number on that. Do you know, Joker?
Blue ones will get you one. Epics, I think, are 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's something like that. But
I think, are 5 or 9, something like that.
Right. But I couldn't tell you how many times I've been in a game lobby with my friends, and we all just be sitting there chilling, talking, whatever. And the whole time while we're not running missions, I'm sitting there and recycling people transforming things into survivors. And then when we load in the game, they're like, hold up, that last mission wasn't for survivor XP. How did you gain a level between missions that wasn't? I'm like, man, I recycled, transformed some survivors. And I'm telling you, I gained so many levels just by using that survivor transform. Now, I did cheat a little bit and bought the more expensive version of the game, the ultimate upgrade. So you get a permanent epic survivor transform, which I believe it gives you 4 training manuals. But don't quote me on that. But of course, 4 is a lot better than 1. But you're definitely going to go through those training manuals like crazy when you start leveling up your mythic and legendary survivors. You're going to need training manuals. And that's a good source of training manuals and survivor XP. And my man, Defective Joker, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you do have a YouTube video up right now that also goes into depth about how you can use people as a resource to transform. Is that right?
Yeah, I made a video that basically stated on how you can make almost unlimited XP for schematic, survivor, or hero XP, as well as training manuals, weapon designs, and trap designs. Of course, I made that video about 2-3 weeks before the update, which now, when you do transform anything that's blue or higher in the transform keys, you will actually still get your manuals, designs, and all that stuff. Unlike before the update, you would only get the XP. So that's one minor difference that won't really be explained in the video that I made, but it's essentially the same video.
Right. But if 2 well-versed players are preaching the same sermon, then it's probably one that you'd want to listen to. Especially if you're wanting to get to max level and get up into the higher missions. It's definitely a tool that's at your disposal that a lot of people just usually don't pay any attention to, or they don't want to take the time to do the transforms because it is time consuming. But like I said, when you're sitting in a lobby in between missions, why not? I mean, what else you gonna do? Might as well be leveling up while you're sitting there. You know? But, oh, my bad. Are you ready to start this thing up, man? I just started it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I put my defender down. I'm good.
Nice. Which defender did you? Oh, yeah, same. See there? Great minds think alike. We both put down a sniper defender with a neon. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like my obliterator, but the neon, I made that weapon specifically for defenders, and I made it obsidian so that the cost wouldn't be so high as far as supplying my defender with a weapon. That way, it's not costing me shadow shard or sunbeam every time I craft a defender weapon. Did you make yours a shadow shard or obsidian?
Everything I make is shadow shard.
Right. And I preached that sermon for a long time myself, but I don't know. Like I said, in this situation right here, with the defender, like I think he can do pretty good with a obsidian gun.
Yeah, definitely. Especially because they use less durability when it's in their hands.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally forgot about the Roman candle thing, man. That was a great idea that you had, and I totally forgot about it, bro. Sorry.
It's all good, no worries. Yeah, once you
Uh,
start doing a video, you know how it is. You just kind
yeah,
of go.
yeah. And especially if you're like me and you put out one video like every 2 months or something, and usually it's just a recorded schematic video.
Oh, it's all
But
good.
yeah, I haven't really see the whole YouTube thing to me is like anything else. Really, to me, it's like if you're not going to do it 100%, don't just do it halfway. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't right now. Honestly, I just don't have the drive really to do what it takes to run a highly successful YouTube channel such as yourself, because I'm sure you know how much work it would take to actually do it proper because you do that work. Um, and right now, I'm just content with playing the game and doing that. And I do plan to pursue the whole YouTube thing sometime in the future. It just probably not right now.
Yeah, no, totally understand. And whenever that time comes and you need help, I'm always there for you, man. I'll get you however many subs I can get you, and I'll try to get you the exposure that you need to get your name out there.
I appreciate it, man. You know me, I'm never looking for a handout, but I will take help from a friend any day.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, you were there when I first started live streaming and stuff too, so anything I can help repay you for all the help that you put in when I first started live streaming, the weapons you contributed towards my giveaways and all that.
Oh, no problem, man. That's my pleasure, bro. I mean, and I'm not just saying this, but man, guys like you are hard to find on this game, bro. I mean, somebody like you say that's chill, laid back, and especially, with the success that you've had on YouTube, you're a really cool guy, man. And I'm not just saying that.
I appreciate it, man. And I try to stay as humble as possible because I know at any time, it could end. So I take each day as it comes, and I appreciate all my subscribers and everyone that comes and watches the stream. Because without them, as they said, I'd be nothing. So.
Right. But yeah, you definitely got the model that I want to follow as far as YouTube and doing it the right way and having fun with it. And like, as I heard you mention earlier, when people contact you through the right way, you usually try to at least let them know what's up or something. It's like you're not going to be snobbing anybody, as we would say,
Yeah.
as long as they're contacting you through the proper formats.
Yeah, and I mean, and of course, when your channel does get bigger, I mean, you really gotta figure out a way to establish how you're gonna add people. Like, once I realized my channel was getting a lot of growth, I was like, I can't really add any more people on PSN because my PSN list is gonna get too large, and I really have to filter out the people that are trying to just be on my friends list to be on my friends list,
Right.
versus the people that actually want to be there to play with me often. And that's why I'm glad that now that between how Epic Games has their own friends list on top of crossplay now being available, so we can play with Xbox and PC players all in one game. Having the Epic friends list is a great way to add people without having to compromise your PSN account to the numerous kind of messages and stuff like that that'll sometimes happen.
True story.
So
Yeah, this game has definitely came leaps and bounds just since I've been playing. It's came a long way. I mean, like you and I've discussed before in the past, whenever we were talking about my little racetrack or whatever, there was a time when you can only hold 999 mats and
Yes, and
99 items in a stack of materials or whatever, you know?
yeah, when
Uh,
I saw your racetrack and you told me the story of how you did that when we had that cap on it. I mean, it's no joke. That takes commitment. And nowadays, like you could just do that easily in one day. Not in one day necessarily, but I mean, you could get all the mats in one day and then just build it in another day.
yeah. It would be much easier and seeing like you can if you run out of your 5,000 you could easily go to storage and just fill up with another 5,000. Well, back in the day you were only filling up with another 999 in your storage.
Yeah,
It's, I mean, you just couldn't hold what you needed to hold, and it was a lot of going in missions and farming and completing the missions and going right back out into it. But it's just another thing, a reason why I like this game is because anything that is like really good on this game, most of the time you're not just going to get it by playing one mission. You're going to have to, as they say, grind for it. You're really going to have to like put in some work or put in some time. I don't think feel comfortable calling video games work, but you're definitely going to have to put in your time. And time is valuable to every person on the planet in one way or another. Your time is your life. I mean, that's the one resource that you can never get back. Um, so it definitely takes a lot of time and to do a lot of the things on this game. And that's why I like it. And there's so many different elements to this game, like with the survivors, the defenders, which heroes you're going to use, and they're constantly changing stuff that makes older legacy players, I guess, like you and I, it kind of spices the game up for us a little bit.
yeah, it
And
definitely does.
I like it. Anytime they make changes, I like it. Well, except for the ones I don't like, obviously.
Yes, there's plenty of those too. But that's for another video.
Yeah, that's a whole nother video there. But anyone that has taken the time to watch this video with me getting my 10,000th survivor, I definitely appreciate your time for watching the video. And please follow, like, and subscribe my friend Defective Joker's YouTube channel. He puts out a lot more cooler and a lot more content than I put out. So if you're wanting to watch Gamers Game, he's the man to watch. And if you want to get a video every now and then, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, Wade's World. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you once again, Defective Joker, for helping me out here. And peace.